How to have real conversations without the boring small talk. Let's be honest, most conversations are blah. You, how's it going? Them, good you same. Awkward silence. Boom. Dead end. This all too familiar exchange highlights a widespread issue, the prevalence of superficial interactions. In fact, a study by the Pew Research Center found that nearly 70% of Americans report having conversations that they consider not very meaningful at least a few times a week. This underscores the desire for more substantive connections in our daily lives. But what if you could turn those dull chats into actually interesting convos, whether you're networking, selling, or just making friends? Cultivating engaging conversations is a crucial skill in various aspects of life. Research suggests that strong interpersonal connections can lead to greater career success, improved mental well-being, and stronger social support networks. For instance, a study published in the Harvard Business Review found that individuals with strong social connections tend to be more resilient and perform better in collaborative work environments. Here's how to skip the boring stuff and get people talking. For real. 1. Stop asking dumb questions. Ask these instead. Most people give one-word answers because we ask lazy questions. How's business? Fine. Wow. Riveting. This type of generic inquiry often elicits a perfunctory response, shutting down any potential for deeper engagement. What's been the biggest surprise for you this year? Oh man, let me tell you. This open-ended question encourages reflection and invites a more personal and detailed response. Studies in social psychology indicate that people are more likely to engage in conversation when asked about their experiences and perspectives. Why it works? People love talking about themselves if you ask in a way that makes them want to answer. According to a Harvard University study, about 80% of our daily communication involves conveying our own experiences and thoughts. Tapping into this natural inclination can significantly enhance conversational flow. Try this. Instead of, "Did you like the house?" What was the first thing you noticed when you walked in? This shift encourages observation and personal reaction rather than a simple yes or no. Instead of, "You looking to buy soon?" What would make you say, "Hell yeah, now's the time"? This question delves into motivations and aspirations, uncovering deeper insights into their decision-making process. 2. Shut up and actually listen. Seriously, most people don't listen, they just wait for their turn to talk. Research indicates that on average, people only retain about 25% to 50% of what they hear. This highlights the gap between hearing and truly listening. Active listening equals nodding, saying, "Uh-huh, that's wild," basic human stuff. These nonverbal cues and minimal verbal affirmations signal engagement and encourage the speaker to continue repeating back what they said, "So you're saying." This technique, known as reflective listening, confirms understanding and shows the speaker that their message has been heard and processed. Studies show that active listening can significantly improve communication effectiveness and build rapport. Not checking your phone mid-convo, rude. In today's digital age, this is a critical aspect of showing respect and attentiveness. A study published in the journal Environment and Behavior found that the mere presence of a mobile phone can negatively impact face-to-face conversation quality. Why it matters. If people feel heard, they'll tell you way more. When individuals feel genuinely listened to, they experience a sense of validation and are more likely to open up and share more detailed information. Research in interpersonal communication emphasizes the importance of feeling understood in building trust and deepening relationships. Example, them, "I'm nervous about interest rates." You, "Yeah, rates are crazy. What's your biggest worry?" Now they'll actually explain. This follow-up question demonstrates empathy and encourages the speaker to elaborate on their concerns, leading to a more meaningful exchange. 3. Don't be that person who won't stop talking. Ever met someone who dumps a 10-minute monologue on you? Instant tune out. Studies on conversational dynamics suggest that balanced speaking turns are crucial for engagement. When one person dominates the conversation, it can lead to disinterest and disengagement in the other participants. Talk less, ask more. Research indicates that asking thoughtful questions not only encourages the other person to speak, but also makes you appear more interested in engaging. 30% talking. This is a general guideline, and the ideal ratio can vary depending on the context and the other person's personality. However, aiming for a more listening-oriented approach generally fosters better conversations. Then, 70% talking. Creating space for the other person to share their thoughts and experiences makes them feel valued and heard. Pro tip: if they're not talking, you're failing. A silent conversational partner often signals disengagement or a lack of opportunity to contribute. It's a cue to ask more open-ended questions or adjust your approach. 4. Give just enough info, not a data dump. Some people want every detail. Others just want the highlights. Understanding your audience's information processing style is key to effective communication. Research in communication styles suggests that individuals vary in their preference for detail versus high-level summaries. How to tell? If they ask numbers, geek mode activated. When someone specifically asks for data or figures, it indicates a desire for detailed information and a more analytical approach. If they glaze over, cut to the chase. Nonverbal cues like glazed eyes, fidgeting, or shifting attention can signal information overload or a preference for a more concise overview. Example: detail person. Exactly how much will this save me in 5 years? This person is looking for concrete data and a quantifiable understanding of the benefits. Big picture person. Will this make my life easier? Yes or no? This individual is more interested in the overall impact and convenience, rather than specific details. 5. Stop selling price. Sell the dream. Nobody gets excited about 3 beds, 2 baths. While these are factual details, they lack emotional resonance. Imagine backyard BBQs while your kids play in one of the best school districts. Now we're talking. This paints a picture of a desirable lifestyle and connects the features to emotional benefits and aspirations. Research in marketing and sales consistently shows that emotional appeals are often more persuasive than purely rational arguments, value-wise. Greater than price always. Focusing on the benefits, the positive outcomes, and the emotional connection to what you're offering creates more compelling conversations and builds stronger connections. Studies in behavioral economics suggest that perceived value significantly influences purchasing decisions and overall engagement. 6. Words matter. Say this, not that. Tiny tweaks equals huge difference. The framing of your language can significantly impact how your message is received. Research in linguistics and communication highlights the power of positive and empowering language. This might not work for you. You're going to love how this. The first phrase introduces doubt and negativity, while the second expresses confidence and positive expectation. It's expensive. It's an investment in. Reframing cost as an investment emphasizes the long-term value and benefits, shifting the perception from an expense to an asset. 7. Practice like a stand-up comic. Good talkers aren't born, they practice. Effective communication is a skill that can be developed and honed through deliberate practice and self-reflection. Try this. Record yourself. This allows you to objectively observe your speaking style, pacing, and nonverbal cues. Notice when people check out. Pay attention to signs of disengagement, such as lack of eye contact, fidgeting, or brief responses. Fix it next time. Use these observations to adjust your conversational strategies and improve engagement in future interactions. Bottom line: want better convos? Ask better questions, listen for real, and stop rambling. These 3 core principles form the foundation of engaging and meaningful conversations. Now go try it. Next time someone says, "I'm good," hit him with, "What's the best thing that happened to you this week?" This question is specific, positive, and invites a more thoughtful response than the generic, "How's it going?" Watch the magic happen. By implementing these strategies, you'll likely find that your conversations become more dynamic, interesting, and genuinely connecting.